we don't need to, even though you recess.
It's 9 o'clock. We'll, had a little mess up there Monday. I accidentally adjourned instead of recessed till today, so it's been on the agenda. We've talked about signing checks and vouchers today. So we're just gonna continue as if I recessed. So, here we go. Have fun watching.
I guess we'll do that, see if Dawn shows up.
Yeah.
You might be a mom.
I'll just,
truck out there.
There no Dawn today?
we
were talking about that.
Talking about that. I'm not through the roster. It wasn't, I didn't put too much in question there.
Road and bridge there.
I'll just stack them over there now.
Yeah.
And we'll get your wire.
We can recycle.
Recycle.
if we need to.
Like I say, it's the colored paper stuff, but I'm sure it's a way they keep track, because
Tell you
Kinda
exactly.
I don't, this is Road and Bridge. So I don't-
Oh, okay.
mostly looks like it'll be
What's the first, what is that?
a big reimbursement. So all these are
Okay, and then this is, who's this one?
same.
And this is in between the two?
Well, there's
on the bottom.
There's some.
Oh, it's on
The
the.
road and bridge
Okay.
papers down
But I
there.
Okay.
think,
There's some,
I think that's the way she keeps track in her office as to
so
classifying
this
them.
is after this,
Because if you go to the next stack, it'll be,
Okay.
like highway department, you know, the,
yes, general billing, and then,
So this is like on a schedule that they do this every so often, boot boots,
uh-huh.
Yes,
that's what I thought.
I think it's once a
surely.
year, isn't it? Once
Yes.
every two?
Once a year. They had to produce a receipt.
Oops. For shot.
Out there, and it's up to $150.
I think that thing picked up speed instead of slowing down.
You notice how quick my hand was, I'm not slowing down anyway. No, I'm kidding.
cat my reflexes.
Yeah, right.
We were just talking about
You
that.
did right, right.
I think if we do it this way, though, it'll wind up just like it came off.
Yeah.
Didn't thought about that.
Yeah, if he turns him face down, it would, yeah, which he's doing, so. I think that was all in that clip, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
Make sure I didn't miss one.
John.
Morning, Don. Morning. How are you?
Pretty good, I'm riding low.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here.
Here's everything we've done so far. Must be a road and bridge. Yep.
I'll have a few motions for you guys too.
Okey dokey. Locomotions, locomotions.
Good job,
And a couple things to discuss with those motions too. But we don't have to do that whenever you're ready. Andrew?
Just put her on the old backside.
I guess I could tell you two of the things, that way you could think about it.
Okay.
So every year we pass,
Holidays.
the legal holidays and the paydays for the next year, so everybody knows when they're getting paid and the holidays that they're off. One of the things that we discovered, or kind of ran into this month, was on the paydays, we had basically 2 days to process payroll, because we asked for timesheets after the 22nd, and we were off Thursday and Friday, and so basically Terry had 2 days to process payroll, Monday and Tuesday. We know that when we are on the CIC time clock system, we're gonna need at least 4 to 5 days to process payroll because of how it all works. So, one of my questions for you, which I probably need to meet with department heads to discuss it also, but would be to move a day a month now back to cutoff being the 15th, start of the next pay period being the 16th. And if we cut back 1 day a month by about May or June, we would
We'll
be
back on.
back, that our pay dates would be from the 15th, or from the 16th of the month to the 15th of the month. And then that would give us plenty of time to process payroll. Because I know department heads were pushed this last month too. And, you know, we got on real time, so we're on real time now, but I feel like that date still needs to be backed up too.
You don't think with the CIC, it'll get faster after the system gets learned, and, I mean, everybody learns, so,
Not really,
not really.
because department heads need more time to review that information coming out of the time clock stuff.
Or, yeah, fine.
And, you know, if we give them a day or two to make sure all their stuff's right, and then by the time we pull it into ours, you've already cut off 2 days there, now we're down to about 3 or so, 4 maybe, for us to do all what we need to do. So,
But we are cutting off the 15th.
I'd like to ask that we do that, but that's up to you guys.
Did that give her about 2 weeks
To get it all done.
done?
Well,
And we'd still pay the last day of the month,
Just like all.
just like we are now. I mean, unless you guys wanna just go ahead and say,
It's not gonna be a shortfall of pay or extension of pay or nothing, it's just moving it a day each month.
yeah, they would basically lose 1 day, you know, over the course of those months to get it back to that date.
well,
So we are in leap year, we've got more days in February, so they'll have an extra day in February. So it's either talk to department heads if they're in agreement, you guys are in agreement, do it that way, or like we did before, you guys say, just pay them through the 22nd, but we'll start again in the next month, and
Well, I guess there's no financial shortfall for them or us, either one, by doing it that way, I guess.
Well, they're gonna get a
Maybe
day
it's better.
took out, won't they?
do us,
They get a day took out of their check,
yeah, they will.
everyone.
For 1 month.
For,
No, it'd be for
for
5 months.
5 months.
We'd
Until
be
things-
backing it up,
Until things got caught up.
yeah.
But you'll pick it up the next pay period. And they're not losing it, you're just losing it on that pay period and catching it the next.
No, they would actually be losing a day, a month until May or so. We got-
Obviously, they're still gonna get the money eventually, it's that their check will be short for 5 weeks, or 5 months.
Yeah,
Yeah. a
then they'll
day.
be caught up when they're for the full 16 through the 16.
Well, we paid to go the other way to help with this situation, but
Right.
And I don't know if you guys want to just make the decision to just say, get it on track to the 15th, to give everybody enough time for processing. I know a lot of counties do it that way, but I feel like those few months where the 22nd.
When's it going on now?
We ended the 22nd, so the pay period's the 23rd through the 22nd of the next month.
When we first started this, we was talking about losing 5 days, the 4 or 5 days.
But we
reimbursed.
reimbursed on that.
We basically paid everybody a week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we did?
Yes, something like that.
I mean, back in that discussion.
So
It
be
might-
thinking of that while you're signing.
I don't know whether that's gonna,
I would say probably gonna have to get it spelled out and go through the department heads so they can have their meeting with their people,
I was gonna say,
spelling it out. That way they're clear that they're not losing any money.
that's right,
That's just gonna be, it'll be made up.
it'll be made up.
yeah, it's gonna be.
Well, that's what I'm saying, if you just move it.
We had a calendar at one time with Colorado.
8 days pay.
But on the next month, it'll be there.
Right.
Whatever.
It won't be
No,
done
it won't.
next month.
Because she's wanting to move it a day.
It would be moving it a day each month. So we're, so like, okay, in January, instead of cutting it off the 22nd, we cut it off the 21st, so they lost a day. But then it'd go from the 22nd to the 20th, to the next,
Mhm.
you get what I'm saying?
But you gotta do that for 4 or 5 months to get your extra time.
Basically, we'd be taking back 4 days, 5 days of what we
It'd go from,
made this adjustment for when we had this whole,
Fiasco started.
yeah, when we did the,
It would be a good idea to talk to the department heads.
Yeah.
And get them,
because, did we
get
do
them
that?
on board.
Excuse me.
No, you're fine.
Did we do that for a month? When we
last
gave them
time?
the extra money?
No, so it was, backing it up to the 22nd from the 30th or 31st, whichever month it was when we started it. So they were getting, depending on how many weekends were in there, I think it was like 6 days or something that.
Okay,
you
that's
just
what I
had-
couldn't remember.
get it on
I
track
didn't think
to
it
go.
was a month,
5 or 6 days, something like that.
so
Yeah,
We did that in
basically,
September, didn't we?
I think so,
That only had 30 days in it.
yeah,
we'd be
So
kind
it
of
was a shorter month.
yeah.
talking about the same thing,
But-
basically.
I mean,
You know, I'm sure actually it's all got to fit. I'm not too sure for the 150 employees, we probably have something colorized out or something, so it'll be, maybe make sure they understand it rather than just talking about it.
Right.
Something that's detailed slightly, that's some detailed information.
I know when we got on this, to the 23rd through the 22nd pay, you know, we kind of thought that maybe we could squeeze it all in, but then we would run into these short months, like November's gonna be, February's always gonna be, November will always be, Christmas is gonna be that way too. on a lot of times, and I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work.
It would be after the first of the year, if anything is done, when this would be implemented.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we wouldn't do anything now, I'm just trying to get,
Get things set up so
yeah,
that you can get things back in order.
yeah. But the legal holidays, we can do that motion today, we can wait on the paydays. And then the other one I wanted to talk to you about was the memorandum. We're gonna have 2,096 working hours next year, or working hours. So that would give us 2 personal days. Now, in years past, when there's been 2 personal days, being Christmas was gonna fall on Wednesday, I believe, you guys would designate the 1 personal day to have Christmas Eve off. They could use the other however they choose, but you would designate that 1 personal day so that they can, because everybody wants Christmas Eve off.
Sure.
So, in the memo, we
Good, all right. Bobby, you got me?
in the memo, we did add that there's 16 more hours than a regular calendar year of 2080 working hours. Eligible employees are permitted 1 paid personal day to be used prior to the end of the year, and the county offices will be closed on Christmas Eve, December 24th, giving eligible employees the day off. That needs to be worded a little different. But, so I don't know if you guys want to kind of do that same thing
I would do
again?
the same, I would try to keep it as close to what we've done in the past. That way,
The less changes you make,
the better off.
As people have set up.
so in other words, they will get 2 extra days off with pay.
First, yeah, and then you designate, one they can have however they want, the other you designate
Christmas Eve.
So like on Thanksgiving, we get a Black Friday off.
because we don't do Columbus Day. Employees gave that
I'm a
up
little
years
bit
ago.
surprised that the courthouse don't take Columbus Day off anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses do,
Yeah,
and a lot that don't.
A lot of counties.
Especially banks and, you know, government offices. I'm a little bit surprised that isn't taken off.
yeah. You guys can always change that.
I'm sorry?
You can always change that.
I guess you can visit with the department heads and make sure, you know, if they have any questions or doubts or any concerns, then we probably need to take a step back and detail it out a little more.
But there's not been any concerns as there is.
Of what?
Back in the payoff.
Yeah, back in.
No, I think it's just something new that's popped up with the time clock.
With the time clock,
Yeah.
yeah.
And not being able to trying to push all the signing and paying as tight as we can.
Right.
And so they're seeing they're gonna need more time in the office for payroll. And so,
I just,
Yeah, because like this month, you guys had asked, could we do it on the 27th? And we wouldn't even have it
you
done.
wouldn't even have it done, yeah.
So in order to also meet your Mondays, where you might be able to sign on a Monday, I feel like we need that extra time, you know, to get
Correct.
processed.
Process.
Otherwise, it's gonna be hard to be flexible on those days too. Just things to ponder as you're,
yeah, just afraid we'll have the same reaction we had.
Yeah,
Sliding back about the same amount of days.
yeah.
Right. And I understood their point.
I feel like a chicken sticking my neck out there
I'm talking
asking
about-
that question because,
No,
but I'm just like, business-wise, I feel like it's something we need to think about in order to not,
Well, I mean, even like the 20th of each month. 20th of November would give you 2 days prior to the holiday, plus, even if you roll it to the 28th or the 29th, like we did. I mean, your 20th is your main goal, is that what you're shooting
Well,
for? 15th?
Yeah,
You're wanting to go backwards.
I'm wanting to cut off the 15th and then start the new month on the 16th. Because then that gives department heads the 16th to look at all their stuff, or make sure employees get all their stuff, and maybe get it to us the 17th. And then we can start on the 20th getting payroll processed. And then
So if you would start that in January, by May, you would be,
if we back today,
May, a day off, you would be where you needed to
Do you recall what it cost us to do that last time?
I think we said around, what, 100 and...
be.
133, somewhere in there.
What I had in mind, that it was, a little over 100.
And I know you guys budget for about 600,000, for, extra, like, step increases or cost of living or whatever. And-
That's 600,000.
Yeah, and
So we put 600 in for that cost of living, so.
yeah, and we've been transferring most of that out, because departments have basically covered it with their own budget. So,
I mean,
for a one-time, get it done in one and, I mean, it'd be with the other, but one and done.
I'm just thinking that we're gonna have the same reaction we had before, what I'm thinking, and I don't, I do understand. That's just my thought.
And I certainly, again, I don't want to hurt employees at all.
That's,
Well, it's either be early or be late. I mean,
yeah, but the check's smaller is what the situation is.
It will be
Yeah.
Check's
by
smaller
day.
than
By day.
right, but that's what I'm saying, either keep it like it is and maybe be late,
Yeah,
But it would be,
or back it up like Andy's wanting to.
yeah. I think if the department heads are comfortable with something like that, they could make the sale, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's just gonna have to be spelled out, black and white.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you'd ever, spell it out black and white.
Need to present that as clear as we possibly can. Main thing is, we must understand it, department heads must understand it, because we're the ones gonna be
well,
discussing it.
yeah, I mean,
Everything can be fine and dandy until you start messing with their pay.
Yeah, and
Well, and rightfully so, I mean, that's,
I mean, it is kind of the long and the short of it, so they're gonna be delayed 5 days eventually. That's,
Well, just one day a month, yeah.
yeah, but the long and the short at the
Yeah.
end of that's what's gonna be the end result at the end of 5 months. Not saying I'm against it, I'm just,
Right.
So 10 to 5, that'll be short, a total of 5 days.
we did it, yeah.
Well,
We moved back.
I guess when you're moving it back, doesn't that day you moved it back go on the next month's pay?
okay, so,
I'm having just a little bit of trouble following that, right?
so if the cutoff's the 22nd,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna cut it off the 21st.
Right.
So then they'd be paid the 22nd, then through the 20th of the next month. So you'd have backed off another day.
but you'd be picking up that lost day the next month.
Right, and then we'd be cutting another day off.
And
But then you pick it up the next month.
Yeah,
So they're really not losing a day's pay, they're just switching it.
From month to month, they're
They're
just,
still gonna get the money, but the bottom line is, when they get to May, they're gonna be paid
the
5 days
full
later.
30,
You're not
31
really
days.
gaining it back the next month, the way I see it, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's, I mean, I guess the way I understood it the first time, like they're gonna lose a whole day's pay each month, when in fact they're really not, it just, they'll be short a day that month, but you get it the next month, and short a day that month.
But they're gonna get the money.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not losing the dollars.
That's a different scenario than what we're going to.
It's just the scheduling is all it is of when they're receiving that money. And we're not taking the pay away from them, just,
correct.
well, that's the way,
We still wanna pay the last day of the month.
Right. It's just under the flagpole, I guess.
So have a department head meeting and discuss that, and I'll also mention
Yeah, as long
about,
as they understand they're not really losing a day's pay, it just gets
Right.
thrown into the next month, or 5
Yeah.
months.
See, originally, we was gonna do it in February, you usually got less days to work with, and it was gonna be better instead.
Well, we're in discussion. Bobby, you got something for us this morning?
I would ask that the commission go into an executive session with your attorney and myself for 30 minutes to discuss financial affairs and trade secrets of the corporation. Does that fit with? Or do you want to do contractual with?
I think it would be better to go in under attorney-client to discuss, contractual negotiations related to the county.
Got it down, Angie?
yeah.
Also move.
Moved by Meeks, seconded by McCurry. Any discussion? Hear none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. We'll enter at 9:30 for 30 minutes. Correct? 9:30 for 30 minutes. See you YouTube at 10 o'clock.
Does that include everybody?
Bobby and you.
Bobby, you and Mickey, nobody's finished this up. Yeah.
Nope,
perhaps still
there was no magic happening while you were gone. Wishful thinking.
Yeah. Telling me.
All right, we're back.
No action taken.
No action being taken.
Is that all of Road and Bridge already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Slower time of year.
Yep. All the money's about gone.
He's gone.
what happened?
Kinda like mine, not as many concrete bills, or rebar bills,
What was down?
just paycheck.
I can send you my fuel bills
No,
if you fill that out.
no, I do not. I just did Christmas bonuses this week.
My phone has rang nonstop this week. Last week it was fairly quiet, and this week, mercy, it's just blown up.
His payroll vouchers are coming out of that basket there, right?
No, that's You've got those right there in that
Those are
notebook.
Pardon?
All that's separate from that, anything else.
All that separate. What you got there, Don, separate from that?
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Road and Bridge.
So we're done with moving.
You're done. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is the start of the moving.
Well, it's just payroll.
Okay,
Then this will be start.
okay.
That there is start. What's that one say?
This goes with this, and then,
These ultimately.
yep.
That's all this.
I had it before I got this.
No. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. But yeah, this should go with all this.
Okay.
Mail.
One batch of checks in.
Yep.
$1,203,000 right here. You always wanted to hold $1 million, right here it is. Can I have that in ones, please?
You ain't gonna be able to carry it.
I try.
It was like somebody did a few months ago, went to pay, I don't know, a loan or something, and had $700,000 worth of pennies.
Oh, my gosh, that's a lot of pennies.
I'll get
dump truck load of pennies.
I'll get the dollar amount.
Well, now I've got things messed up here.
That's just payroll. This is just-
Register for proof of payables, ledger, pay hand checks, where's that go?
Okay, that is with our staff.
Is that here?
That's for the,
Are
your,
those in here, Tom, or just this stuff? Okay.
there probably was another one you signed already.
Yeah, that was in the other box, for the other box. Well,
This is on top of everything.
Yeah, that, you got two of those. Because
Oh.
one of them is for juror,
Oh,
juror
oh, oh.
checks, and the other
Okay.
for all the other.
Okay. Alright. So this goes all into.
Everything there.
I thought I was getting done with checks, and then I found this other stack. Juror check totals, now this stack's $6,057. This all jurors?
For that jury trial.
Wow.
Get your staff out for all of them.
Yeah.
Our basket for this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is separate from that.
Yes.
So Angie, here's
Okay.
this right here.
Yep. Thank you.
Read this morning that Peggy Hodges passed away.
Who?
Dennis Hodges' wife, Peggy.
Oh.
Peggy?
Used to be Peggy Sue.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going,
Yep, she passed away of cancer, I think, in the night.
she ran a good restaurant out there.
Good lady, good family, good,
She was.
yeah. She can go be with Dennis now.
Yep.
She was a good lady.
Sure miss her restaurant up there, that's for sure.
Oh, man. She had a good rest now.
When's HR Partners gonna be on the schedule?
Not exactly sure. I haven't gotten any notice from anyone. Oh, she'll be in Coffee County on Monday, December 11th, or Monday, December 18th. So I assume Wade will let me know via Zoom.
Via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be in Coffee County.
She could be in Coffee County, oh, or by Zoom,
Oh, okay.
on Monday, December 11th, or Monday, December 18th. So,
I think it's.
surely I will be notified somehow, whichever day works.
Motorola, $589,754. $500,000.
Yep.
Motorola.
That's for radios, right?
If anybody's looking for sponsorship, please go to Motorola, Topeka, Kansas. Because that's where the county money's going to.
Got their hooks in for a minute right now.
White pen, I guess that's okay, isn't it?
Yep. Doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Can't hear it say 20 years ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And some stuff, even when you use blue, so if you run it through a copy machine, you can tell the original from the copy, you know. I always thought it's supposed to have white.
what's Barbarian USA? 97,000 computers.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
the
that was
computer.
all those computers, wasn't it?
Say I just seen that.
I should've got in with them and ordered 4 or 5 computers myself.
Well, I'm not sure, it didn't make us feel like we got a discount, but, you know.
Until you go price a computer.
I suppose that's right. Nothing feels like a discount, but they doesn't seem
Yeah.
like.
My 2 servers for $25,000 8 years ago. I'd hate to pay for them now. That was the keys.
Lots of them are hard to tell whether the state, how much the state will sue for me. I'm not gonna shake it for one.
There's one that needs to be signed on the new, their parents.
Here we go.
They were
Got a double.
You
You got hung up on the paper clip, I think.
So wait, will there be a motion next week for Mike Kavanaugh on the property?
I'd have to go back and look at the resolution. I think the resolution authorized everything to be taken care of, but I think we have a different obstacle that may not allow it to happen. I have to check on. And if that occurs, then there will have to be a motion to extend the,
Closing.
extend the closing. It's not anything that anybody's done except for some hackers taking down the judicial branch, and I think doing title work is a problem right now because having access to the necessary documents, my understanding is it's impacted the real estate business. So that's sort of a long way of giving you a non-answer.
So you're gonna research into that?
Yes.
Because my understanding is other counties are still getting title work done. It just takes the judicial a little time to do it. But it seems to have come to a standstill in Coffee County. So I've had several phone calls about this. And about the hospital. That was the main thing, Angie, the hospital board. Tonight,
Yeah. He hasn't turned it in.
yeah,
Oh, that's something else you guys need to consider too, is advertising for any open positions on the board. If you,
We usually do that too.
Yeah, we started that
Well-
a few months ago, or started a year ago. Up until then, I don't think we were advertising.
right, so I have the generic that says seeking individuals to fill positions on county appointed boards, that we may need to,
List the boards.
I'd say
This
spell out
one.
what they are.
Yeah. and then,
So that's an advertised spot then on that.
And we also decided those don't have to be from districts, am I correct?
Be a board. Do they have to be from said districts, or can they be a
that's what
board?
we're trying to.
Trying to figure out.
that out, yeah.
Okay.
So how, so you advertise and then they apply and then you go from there as.
Bring it to
as-
you guys to figure out.
To
who-
figure out.
Yeah.
My understanding is at one point in time, I'll use Don as an example, and I'm just saying Don just because he's sitting right there, it could be you. There's an open position and somebody goes and says, oh, well, I think such and such might be good, go talk to them, and then the next meeting you come back in and says, such and such agreed to do it. And I think the idea would be to have people apply, have it a fair process, and then based on their applications, you might see information that says they'd be really good for that, and then decide from there.
No, that's,
Yeah.
because the way it is right now, they have to sign an application anyway, don't they? Is
You
that
have to fill
right?
out an application, yeah.
Right,
It is
So
now, it is now, but a few years ago, it wasn't very much.
right, but
Yeah, we should advertise it and see who's interested and then
no, I think that's,
select
no, that's good.
as a board.
That's good.
So do you want me to list the boards that we're looking for, tourism and visitors?
It'd be like 3 in this one, 5 in this one, 2 in that one,
Yeah,
Position.
yeah, probably list the numbers so they know.
Okay, and then
Several.
hospital board,
You might also consider putting, so people are aware of what commitment, for example, the hospital board is one Monday a month. And I'm not sure what the frequency of the other boards, so they know what their time commitment would potentially be.
okay, so like tourism visitor board, 2-year term. They meet as needed.
Yeah, that'd give them a lot of information.
Hospital board, 3-year term.
meet every first
Meet
Monday.
fourth
every-
Monday.
Fourth Monday.
Meet monthly. Every fourth Monday. And then, oh, and there's the 4 positions. Coffee County Fire, 2, 3-year term, each 3rd Monday,
Is there an open position on that one?
2 of them. Todd Laughlin and David Foster's position.
Oh,
And I guess you still do applications if they still want to re-up, is that right?
Yeah,
So if they want to continue, you would put them on top of the pile for
Right.
the fire board because they've been there.
Right.
That's the way I would.
no, that's, yes.
Is that right, Angie? I mean, that would be a
uh-huh.
way to look at it.
Because like on the hospital board, and I spoke with Benny last night, and I think, did you guys have a conference?
Mhm.
Anyway, he's not wanting to re-up.
He told me what he wanted to
Who
do.
was that?
Denny Young.
Okay,
I was sitting there with him the other night, we was talking about different things.
Yeah, Benny just
And then
said,
he said, I've done 9
well,
years.
he's got 9 years, and then he's been, his job description has changed somewhat. He's out on the road quite a bit more now, so he's not choosing to re-up.
so I can redo this advertisement, go ahead and get it in the paper.
That'd be great.
I think it'd be great because, yeah,
The time's running, we got 30 days.
we got 30 days.
Do you want me to say which districts are open, or just have them call if they have questions?
Probably. I think you're trying to track down resolutions or something that
Yes.
sort of defines that, so
Try to do
I wouldn't
that.
say anything
Okay,
until that's figured out.
okay.
I mean, the way I look at it, everybody's a county resident. It shouldn't matter what district they're from. If they want to be a part of a board to maybe do better in the county or better for the board.
It just may require amending or modifying whatever the resolution was
Right.
that it started that.
Right.
Because that's where someone, depending on what the resolution says, if you're required to have X number from X district, and that's not happening, then that's
Got to change that.
where someone will come in and say, well,
Yeah, that could be a consideration too.
sure,
Even if we did open it up, it could be, well, maybe we want to give this person a little more consideration.
Just because.
Preference because they're from a different district.
You know, maybe not be bound to have to be from that district, if possible.
if the resolution or whatever it is that says that this is how many you have and what the criteria is, you have somebody, let's say, from your district, Wade, and you don't have anybody who's interested, then that opens it up to somebody from outside the district,
Right.
whatever it may be.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be my thought, that should be a consideration, you know.
I always like to use the words, you have representation from the four corners of the county.
Right, that's my goal,
Right.
when possible.
And I guess if nobody applies, then we go out and actively solicit.
Rope and drag.
Rope and drag. I was looking for a word. Yeah, rope and drag works.
There's surely not term limits on that, positions are.
Depends on what the resolution
That's
says.
what I said, we probably do need to check that resolution. I wouldn't think it'd be term limits, but
You would think for a volunteer
no, you wouldn't think so.
board.
You're welcome. See ya.
I think Dennis said this makes his ninth year. Sorry, Dennis has been on that 9 years.
Yes.
Quite a bit of service
Yeah.
for a volunteer
Yeah.
board.
He's got pretty good job responsibilities up there, his,
No, he does, and
he's there several years.
and he's out on the road quite a bit more now. On his promotion. Is what I understood.
Well, there's a lot of pet food manufactured out of Emporia now. My God, it is.
It's huge.
Is there 3 big firms there now, or
I think three,
maybe
maybe.
the one out west makes?
Yeah, you got Safeway,
There's at least
Safeway, Cargill out there,
At least 3.
That's west of town, and,
Yeah.
and then,
Hills, Menu, Simmons,
We used
Cargill, Hills,
we
Simmons.
used to ship a lot of corn out there to Cargill. You talk about if it wasn't number 1 corn, you wouldn't get unloaded.
Oh,
Yeah, they
that's
wouldn't
way
dump
more picky than,
I'll tell you,
Oh, they were horrible.
Cargill was
Animal.
really, they were really tough.
they were.
I worked out there for several years.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You could pick the dog food up right off the line and eat it, 'cause
It was that deal.
it was human consumption.
Ready.
They got to, because if kids eat it, they can't have anything in it. You know?
well, yeah,
Tell you what, they wanted nothing but fine.
yeah, the very best.
My son-in-law says, a lot of restrictions.
I got the privilege of handling 100-pound bags of flour, making matches.
That's good time, I love those bags.
Yeah, those are good
They're not
bags.
my kind anymore, I can tell you.
Me too. I'd much rather handle them than an 80-pound sack free. That Sacri's the heaviest 80 pounds I've ever had in my life.
I like cottonseed oil sack, I used to move a lot of that. The weight wasn't so bad, it was just, you couldn't get your arms around that.
Trying to get off.
Couldn't get your arms around that.
There's only a 50 pound bag of,
This is a wind farm, I mean, you get 250,000.
Little trying to help my dad roll them rather than try to carry him because
And then
he
the
got all
one
of
for
them.
2.5
of course, we used to handle, everything that came in was,
Somehow they've
Oh.
got this by everybody.
wow, we,
There's one I pulled apart, the staples was stuck together on that one.
soy meal came in 100 pound bags, cotton cakes came in 100 pound bags.
We got a total recall here. Everybody missed this one.
I'd like to get a hold of some of those good burlap bags.
That's a
Yeah,
long
two,
one too.
two.
I've been like checking a little closer and I'm still missing
Well, all that stuff just hangs together.
I like staples, I don't like paper clips.
I don't care for paper clips either. When we bought Noah Brings out over there in '96, that old Calvert Alpha, you know, Barrett Falls.
Yes.
I bet there was, I'm not too sure there wasn't 1,000 burlap bags in that.
Wow.
Brand new.
Wow.
Brand new.
Shoulder's 100% done.
So the irrigation, I believe so.
I guess I haven't been paying attention to see if they got, I've been paying attention to the lighting on the parking lot and all the other stuff.
Yeah, that light shines bright and covers that entire parking lot.
Yeah, they did a good job.
See those water deals out there somewhere in for a little variance in height. I'm not too sure some of it ain't gonna have to be dropped down.
Lower down a little bit.
Take a lawnmower is gonna clip. It may not left what you see.
Maybe changing station.
Depends on how the,
Just
the height of
in
the
back
saw
of
is.
oh,
Charlene had, said that they needed to be updated and replaced, so they came in and sold them and
no, that was existing and then they just were updated, I guess. They've already been,
yeah, she had asked and she said it needed to be done.
Well, here's one, and I'm not questioning the dollar amount, but something that went to the Burlington Police Department accounts payable, CVSA trade-in on older, some type of a piece of computer equipment.
You said an SCBA?
CBSA.
CBSA?
So the sheriff's department has one of those, actually, yeah, they have one, they've got 3 who've been trained. It's a investigative tool for law enforcement to use. Several years ago, through the diversion fund, I helped pay for the one they have now in the training. So in this instance, the city is gonna pay for half of it, and then the diversion fund's gonna pay for half of it. So
This is listed diversion fund.
to make it cleaner, it's all being paid for out of the diversion fund, and then the city's gonna reimburse the diversion fund half of it.
If it says it's billed to Burlington City, please.
Yep, so instead of two checks and making it confusing, that's how that's going.
There's $800 worth of, can't pronounce it, interpreter fees.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
You're
looking
gonna
at
see
that.
more of that.
I should have paid more attention in Spanish. Good job.
Yeah, I can't speak all the English words, but I'm with you.
You have to have a certified interpreter in the courtroom to interpret it.
This is one that's Spanish and the other one's Arabic.
Arabic. We've had a variety of different languages. We've had Bangladeshi, we've had Arabic, we've had
That's good, somebody's available.
So where are you, I was gonna ask where do you find folks?
the district court calls a number and they show up.
I see.
Yeah, it's good they're even available.
Yeah, it is.
They usually appear by Zoom, because if they have to drive and appear in person, then
Yeah,
it'd be a whole lot more.
I see. So they interpret per
Well, we're
person in the
getting near the
courtroom
end of the year.
via Zoom.
Yes.
You know,
And
there's
we'll be collecting more taxes.
11 or 12 letters and their numbers in there. And their
Yeah.
numbers.
Now, there's times when they have to show up in person, and then let's say somebody needs,
Well, there's half
they'll have to call and have somebody
yeah.
come and
Just
interpret and sign.
So you'll see that another graph here.
Yeah, that's gonna put it below 9 million.
Although, yeah, and so then it's December, you'll see that trend because of collecting taxes.
So what's gonna be the trend, Joe? Be like this from the 15? Probably?
Well, here's the beginning, probably
Right.
in the end of January, so you're probably gonna see it come up.
We're still down, we're 400,000 under what it was January 1.
So it'll come back up to about that.
Yeah, to your point,
In that month.
if we'd known that then, what we know now, we would have paid more attention to Spanish classes.
Yeah.
Reserves.
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien.
We didn't even have,
I
we didn't even have
looked through it.
Spanish
I'll have a
We
little bit.
did, my freshman year was our first year of Spanish.
I probably know as many Spanish words from Hispanic people that helped me unload hay at feedlots, but some of those better not be shared. Some of those words are.
Is this a consultant
Yeah.
for,
Do we need to mention that, or have you already got
Some really
that?
interesting people that I've met.
I think we've done an authorization
Things were a
to
little
sign
different
an
then.
agreement between
And they are out there now too, they don't.
What is it?
the same
the
group of people.
consulting firm and the planning board,
Yeah.
the
Yes,
zoning board. Have we done it,
yes.
I thought.
so I can sign
You go
that?
back to October 3rd, I think it was,
We've done a motion
or
to,
October 9th. So there was a motion, you had actually signed it on that day, and then it was hand carried by Russ Yuli, that should be that agreement. And then he was gonna take it and have it signed by his people.
Yeah.
And he did, and then apparently he mailed it, and it never showed
never
up.
showed up. Okay.
So,
This is what we have.
so that is the consulting agreement that was originally, because I've already signed it.
Okay.
It got brought to my attention, said this was already done. So, it somehow didn't make it that way, so. So, if anybody wants to go back and verify that it was approved, that's the planning consultant, Mr. Yuli, the agreement that was brought forth, and I've already verified there's a motion, and the contents of the motion reference that exact document. It's actually October 2nd, because it should be at the top of the agreement, because I wrote it in.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Oh, you said it, Mayor. Well, we're sitting back on the phase, right? Or you wanna go through that now?
Well, I printed off some calendars to
Oh,
look
okay.
at, and, we'll need to do a couple of them regardless.
I got 2 pages.
Yep, one's 2023, one's 2024.
Both mine say 22.
Oh. They didn't separate. Okay, here, just a second.
You got 2 calendars.
Probably go through his at 2023 too. Probably
Is that
1 year,
2023?
2023, and I'll give you 2024. Now.
I don't know if you noticed on the janitorial and maintenance bills that I sign, I try to break it down into the categories for labor and parts so that at the end of the year, you'll have an accurate breakdown of what's being paid for each.
Sign on the,
If you go in, there's the bill.
Oh, okay.
I break it down, each one of those categories, and one is labor, one is parts.
Or, okay. Oh, this is the, yeah, I forgot about
I
those.
didn't look
Right.
at that.
front of each one of
Each
these.
staple.
Yep.
Same letters, invoice or two,
And
or
then,
one.
I'm gonna have you
Yeah,
sign
do it.
the abstract.
There may not be all
Abstract
ways
just
or
says
Those are-
correct, yeah.
What,
And I want you to.
what's this?
What is it?
It's, the one part,
So there's a resolution that designates a certain amount of money, for what's generated by the wind farm to then be allocated back
back to the school district.
to the school district.
Okay,
SCC gets
69,000.
wherever gets public.
Waverly, Lebo, 250 some thousand.
right, right.
Here's one on, Western Consultants. ASNC chips. Got Eric Norston and Brett Wagner, 10,800. There's a sheet there with all the breakout stuff.
lot in that basket one.
Or do what, Louis?
There's a lot in basket one. Wait,
That's, you got both baskets there.
No,
That's basket two.
that's basket two.
The bottom half of that's road and bridge.
Okay, and then I didn't
No.
have you guys sign
No,
these,
that's
the primary.
Angie's already got
Go
road
ahead
and
and
bridge.
sign the second
Oh,
page.
she has.
Yeah.
Well, I seen that green notebook there, I thought. that-
Right, no, this is all, this is all,
I just
That is all.
Yes, yes.
For the primary.
I seen that green notebook there about the road.
oh,
Yeah, Andy did pick it, yeah, so.
this is just,
He's here to go over.
That's the
Those are
list
just the
of,
totals.
that re-sign.
okay, just sign it.
Yeah, 'cause we missed getting, Woodson
Oh.
votes for their school board members and
Osage
Osage.
County.
So I have to add those in. So do you want me to go ahead and enter this ad in the paper for next week?
I think general
That
consensus.
information.
Oh, for the
Open,
Oh, I agree, that's a good way to do it.
So I'll list tourism, because that's what we have, 2 of those, 2-year terms, meet as needed. Hospital, 3-year term, meet monthly every 4th Monday at 6:30, 4 positions open. And Coffee County Fire, 3-year term, meet 3rd Monday at 7. We've found a resolution on the Housing Authority that we're going to pull to see what it says. I'm going to have to dig further back for Hospital Board and Fire, but at least the Housing Authority, you'll kind of see what it says as far as how they're.
I think I remember seeing something a long time ago, hospital board was like, what, 83?
75, there was some business done, so I'm gonna have to look prior to
Prior
that.
to 75.
Mhm,
Do we need to put a time frame on when, how long we're gonna accept them? I'm not too sure we have a time frame.
mhm.
John, they've gotta be filled by.
Yeah,
I think you missed.
I guess it's filled by December 31st.
December 31st, basically. Or in by December 31st.
Yeah.
there's been times we haven't had a position filled for 3 or 4 months.
Oh, I know,
Be a good time to get them all on.
yeah, and then it's filled and be dead. And doing it in one ad like that would be better than doing one ad for this, one ad for
Yeah, I think so. It could draw more eye attention.
Yeah. And I could probably maybe put it on the website too somehow, or,
That'd be good.
and on the Facebook, I could put it on Facebook.
By doing it this way, it takes the pressure off of trying to go out and try.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we're not going to have to do that anyway.
Right, but it'll help,
But it'll help,
and maybe
It goes
people
to
will
the
reach
last
out to you.
resort.
and maybe,
Rope and drag, it goes to the last resort if that
exactly,
shows up.
exactly.
Yeah, like a review.
So can we go ahead and do the first motion, we know that it's right. We compared that with the federal holidays minus what we don't take, Columbus Day and Juneteenth.
We wanna read the holidays, legal holidays for Coffee County employees.
You can.
Legal holidays for Coffee County employees is New Year's, Monday, January 1st, Martin Luther King Day, Monday, January 15th, President's Day, Monday, February 17th, Memorial, 19th, February 19th, President's Day, Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th, Independence Day, Thursday, July 4th, Labor Day, Monday, September 2nd, Veterans Day, Monday, September 11th, November 11th, Veterans Day, Monday, November 11th, Thanksgiving Day, Thursday and Friday, November 28th, 29th, Christmas, Wednesday, December 25th, New Year's Day, Wednesday, January 1st. And with that, motion Motion to approve legal holidays for Coffee County employees during calendar year 2024 and New Year's Day 2025.
I so move.
I'll second.
Moved by Thompson, seconded by McCurry. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
So, the last one I need you to do for sure for Connie.
Okay, motion, move to authorize director chairman to sign Coffee County payroll notice for Kathy Page, appraiser's office, full-time appraisal specialist, new hire, pay grade 30-1, wage starting 1836, effective 12/20/23. I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Knight, seconded by Meats. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
I guess the memorandum, if you guys are okay with that. Well, I need to rewrite that though. Need to designate, do you want to designate then Christmas Eve as a holiday or a personal day for everyone to use?
Everybody that's, yeah,
Yeah.
if eligible, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Designate the 24th.
Yes, as a personal day for everyone.
Well, they're getting two holidays, they're getting two
And one they can use at their choosing.
users are choosing, and the
Yeah.
next one will be Christmas Eve.
Okay. If you guys are okay with that, you could go ahead and pass that, and then I'll reword that motion, or that,
The
memo.
memorandum.
Yeah.
Motion to approve the memorandum designating two personal days for the 2024 calendar year. 2024 has 2,096 working hours. We'll move.
Second.
Moved by Knight, seconded by Hugdon. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Okay, and then the other one, we can wait and
This is more discussion.
more discussion.
Do we need to sign this legal holiday?
Yes, and you got signed, and I need the,
This one, okay.
yes, yeah.
I didn't scribble on it.
Okay, good. And then, sign right
Sign beside me, sir.
here. Hold on the pay date.
Sign beside you and then everybody else takes place.
Yeah, that's the way I understood it, yeah. You and I both sign on the same line.
But below it says Tom. you-
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I didn't see that.
Oops.
I didn't see that.
Let me fix that real quick.
Yeah,
I've got it
we'll
pulled
throw
up.
that We'll throw that away.
I am so sorry. I think I copied and I forgot to delete that. Okay.
They all say,
They all said that, the
Yeah,
holidays too.
I made copies.
hey,
Hold on, I'll print it off again. So sorry. Okay, that's good.
You need,
Yeah.
some WD-40?
yeah, it does. Tin Man.
Must be the wrong pitch for me, but the chair that, we eat lunch in the back room that I sat in.
Now you're good.
I can hear it.
You're okay. Well, I got my mistake out of the way for the day, so I'll be good now.
Got the whole day covered.
The whole day's covered.
Put that on it.
Yeah, don't curse your, don't,
I know.
don't, yeah, curse yourself, yeah.
Right.
Jinx yourself.
Knocking on wood, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, talk to the department heads on this payroll thing, but I mean, if they're really not losing any pay, it's shipping. Today, to get it evened out, I don't see a problem with it myself, so. I understand you're scrambling some months, and some months you're probably not, so if this evens it out and nobody's losing money,
Yeah.
then
And they're not losing money.
do it.
Most of your monthly pays are on the 15th. Most of your, if you're getting paid monthly, it's getting paid on the 15th.
Yeah, they're always used to getting it on the last Friday of the month, is
30th.
that right?
What's this one?
Last Friday of the month, right? Yeah. So,
basically, we're just backing up one day
each month,
each month.
so it evens out, and they're not
In May,
losing any
in
money,
May,
Right,
and we're not losing any money.
right. And if you look at the calendars, some months are 22 days,
Right,
because you take out the
yeah.
right,
weekend. Some days are 21. One, there's 23, which they're gonna have next year too.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not so sure that, I think we could go ahead and just do this. What,
It's gonna be like everything else.
we're gonna,
We have umpteen opinions, and then
We
it
are.
would just get distracted.
You'll never eliminate that
And then-
issue.
No matter what.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just that's the
no,
way
no, but
things
that's just human nature, I mean, that's.
are. Correct, so, we send out a memo and say, hey, in order for things to, however you wanna word it, that's a suggestion, not a request, so.
Would you be good with that, Ed? I mean,
we can write something up for next week for you guys to look at,
would be good.
and then we can, when we do the paydays, that will reflect like what I've kind of shown on the
Right.
calendar here,
Right,
so that they'll know what their pay day is gonna be based on, and then it'll just take a few months for us to slowly move that payday back without hurting anybody. By July, they're on track. Well, actually, June.
June,
By June, they're on track.
yep. May would be the last month, I mean, June would put you back on,
Oh, yeah, June May would be the last
would be the last
Yeah.
step.
time you, yeah.
Yep.
Because see, if you look at, how the days even follow, or fall, you know, there's gonna be some that, there's weekends,
Right,
and so like on the June, if it were still the 22nd, it's on a Saturday, so we'd have to cut it off the 21st anyway.
Right.
So, I mean,
makes sense?
You know, after looking at this, I thought, well, there's no reason to,
I've never liked the monthly pay. I've never liked it.
well,
I've never had it, so I guess I can't say I don't like it.
I had it one time, and it was a long stretch.
It's a long stretch.
Yeah, we'd say every week.
Yeah, I've never been.
but that's the way this is, I mean, that's the way the county's always done it, is on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of bill payment for us to sign it and stuff too.
Yeah.
We did it
Every
Monday.
week, yeah, I did, yeah.
You know, a whole bunch more for them to.
We'd always be.
I think every government entity, no matter what level, is once a month,
Yeah.
a lot of them are.
just for that purpose of bill payment.
Yeah.
And initially, I mean, I know like most new hires, including myself 23 years ago, it was hard to adjust to at first. But then after you got your bills well established and all that and payday, that's why it's such a,
Routine,
yeah, I mean, it's just, everything works
sure.
smoothly. But changing all that would be such a nightmare, you know,
Oh,
to
it
get your
would be.
thing changed, payments and all that. So I can see where 150 employees want to keep it to like, that part like it is.
A lot of them are really set in their ways.
Well, I hate change. I hate change.
I don't like it, but many
But,
times
but
it's
I've
for the
been told,
best.
well, change is good, so,
Yeah.
but I dislike change. If I'm used to one way,
Like a routine,
yeah.
it's easy.
So we're gonna have more discussion on this pay thing next
Right.
Monday?
Unless,
Suggestion I'm got is, like I say, if you send out a memo saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do. But again, you're gonna have 150 different, or 75 different opinions. And it's just really not gonna matter. The end result is, it's gotta be done.
In order for this to work, it's got to be done this way, just to get it back to,
Yeah.
I think we've been pretty generous picking up what we did to get it to where it's at now. It's
Right.
one hindsight, if you will, to have to shift facts, not that nobody's losing money.
no,
So,
Just a little delay.
but a heads up would probably be wise.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. Heads up,
and with February being a longer month, that helps this year.
that helps, yeah.
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 Just for those few months, 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm not asking.
I'm sure somebody will complain about it, but it's just,
The way it goes.
can't make everybody happy.
We'll be back to 2,080 hours next year, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In fact, it might even go below the 2,000.
yeah.
Can't have your turkey and eat it too.
No way.
Got him about.
I'm gonna print
Here,
this
get
memo
my
off,
marinades in it.
easy to read the blue
That's
paragraph, and if
okay.
it's- I'll have you sign it.
Whoops.
No, it's okay. And it's getting better too.
I've got a beat on you.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm surprised you didn't do that.
So some months, regardless on pay, they didn't always get the same amount of days.
Yeah, there's not the same amount of days.
Always, ever?
Uh-uh.
Oh, well then, it's good.
No, because there's some, it depends on how the weekend falls, what
Right.
the last payday is.
Even the way it's been for the last
15 years.
It's
Right.
not always been
Right,
20 days in a
Right.
pay period. Sometimes it's 21, sometimes it's 19, sometimes.
yeah,
So this is not detrimental.
no.
Okay. Let's leave it alone.
Just roll with it.
Let's roll with it.
We'll see what happens.
There's nobody saying lose it.
But still, a heads up memo would probably be wise.
Everybody have,
That makes sense to you, let's change it.
Keep everybody as
Reach
fully,
out.
keep everybody as fully informed as we possibly can, that eliminates.
Well, and they'll
eliminates,
have basically 2 months, of information on that, so.
yeah.
All of December and January.
Done my
Yeah.
obligation.
Yeah.
Want me to read this out loud? don't you?
Sure.
Okay. Memorandum for the 2024 calendar year has 2,096 working hours, 16 hours more than a regular calendar year of 280 working hours. During the 2024 calendar year, with 2,096 hours, eligible employees are permitted 1 paid personal day to be used at their choosing prior to the end of the year, and the other 1 paid personal day would be designated on Christmas Eve, December 24th, giving all eligible employees the day off, giving all eligible employees the day off. That is the memorandum that's going out to the departments.
And then there's more information below that paragraph referring to the policy manual, and
Section 8-3,
how it's for non-exempt full-time employees, how they're eligible, just regular verbiage we've used, yeah. And how they can't accumulate personal days that must be used during that calendar year.
that's not a motion or a,
You already did the motion, I just need you to initial or sign by your name.
hold my feet to the fire, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yay me.
And I think that's all we have today.
So we're gonna pass something on, we're gonna do have something worked up for this next week,
I will get the,
or it's a Monday?
yeah, I will adjust the payment
Yeah, that's what I was
dates for next Monday. We'll do that motion next Monday if you all are good, and
Should be good. Is this the end of the business? The deadlines?
Unless somebody gets more business.
Anybody has any new roundtable? The only thing I've received in the last couple of days was some phone calls about land title, checking. I got Wade on it to do some legwork with the courts, because he's involved with the court more than anybody I know of. I guess because his computer system was hacked, state computer system was hacked, there's been some, I'm not gonna say turmoil, some situations that, and this is all hearsay, that Coffee County's court is not getting the manual title searches for these properties to be closed on because of maybe workload or something. So we'll try to get to the bottom of that, because it's gonna hinder land sales, that's gonna hinder, like we said, the property sale to Mike Abendroth. It could hinder, if not, already has the property at SSM at the airport too, possibly. So I guess they gotta manually go in and see if there's any judgments towards that piece of property before they can give a clear title. So that takes some manual legwork, I'm guessing. So hopefully we can get that rectified, and we can continue business with the land and title clearance. So, I think that's all I've had. So, nobody has anything else? We can officially adjourn at 11:06.